happy pedal to those that celebrate, even though this is coming out a couple weeks after Ariana Grande has released her latest album. It's because in one of the songs she says like, keep my ego small, but I'm still Grandy or something like that. And apparently like Grande is not how you actually pronounce her last name, but her actual last name is Butera. There's a whole lot of people's names going on. Anyways, we're continuing on to the second part of my Eternal Sunshine mini-series documentary we got going on. So I last left you off in that last vlog. There was just a lot of stuff about my dad, my life, the parts of myself that I tried to shun out. Well, I didn't try, honey. I did fully shun those parts of myself out, and then I shut down. And now I'm like reclaiming them, and it's perfect that I get to go see Ariana Grande. So in this vlog, we're still 3 days out. Today is Friday. We got like 1 day tomorrow to prep and do things. Although I'm not scheduling anything for myself, I idealistically wanted to go to the Rage Room to like play pedal and smash some shit. I've been listening to the album all day, all morning. And then I also wanted to go to Costco, get gas, get some groceries so that I'm set up for when I come home. But girl, my periods have been super inconsistent. Because when your body shuts down, the period's like, oh, we're shut down, girl. The uterus gets the memo that the body is shut down. So it's like, stop all function. We're not releasing. We're not shedding a lining anymore. This girl's not bleeding in between her legs. But now that it's starting to come back, last cycle, your cycle length is from your first period day until your next first period day. So that one was 27 days, which like apparently that's very normal. And I said, girl, I've never been nothing shy of normal. But here we are testing out this new normality. And so if it follows the same 27 cycle day pattern, it means I'm literally supposed to get my period the day of the concert, which tit tat, what can you do? The body does what it does. And I feel like I can sort of kind of feel it. I'm like, let me grab my boobs and see. No, because usually my boobs grow in 3 sizes. They are pretty large. And they get super tender. They're not that tender, but I get super tired leading up to my period, like unable to keep my eyes open in the middle of the day, kind of tired. And that's what I'm experiencing right now. Sure, we'll just have to see. Whatever happens, happens. I'll pack for it in case it does happen. It's a quick trip. Sunday night, get in. Monday, get my hair done, go to Omakase, go to the concert. Tuesday afternoon, head out. Quick flippity-roo, love it down. Today is Friday, so we still have another day, but I figure we would just get into some packing since I have some time. I'm going to go take a little dance class, a little dance in heels class. You need a hobby, girl. You got to find something that, like, brings you joy and makes you happy, and for me, it's dancing in heels. Even though the song choice for tonight is not really my style, I'm starting to learn that I love the teacher. I love her energy, but I think her music style and her music choice is not my preferred music style and music choice. There is something to be said about it being a challenge and trying to dance to music that you don't necessarily love or enjoy. But it is what it is. So before we get to the dance class, I have half an hour, and I was like, let's just start packing. But I was like, I want to put you on to some of the things that I'll be packing away. So I got this little Centella travel kit. It has the cleansing oil, which I've been using. It's great for removing makeup. It has an ampoule foam, a cleansing toner, an ampoule. Girl, I don't know. It's like some oil that apparently is supposed to calm, soothe, and purify the skin. And slurp up these pores and make them teeny tiny, and then a soothing cream. Is it crazy to be trying new skincare while I travel? Maybe I should try this out tonight. Maybe I'll leave this out. You see how we have big brain activity over here on the side of the internet? I'm going to test that out tonight and tomorrow. So I have 2 days of use to be like, is this good for me or not? Because I don't want to bring something and travel and not have it like shock the hell out of my skin. But I decided I'm going to pack a little makeup bag. We're going to do light makeup. I debated whether or not I was going to wear mascara because, listen, I went to the Beyonce concert. I didn't think I was going to cry. I've never cried at a concert before. I've seen people at concerts cry, and I'm like, I don't know that feeling until I saw Beyonce during her Renaissance tour. I didn't think I was going to cry when she came out, but she came out and she was like singing some of her like throwback songs, her older songs, and I just started uncontrollably sobbing. So the fact that I feel more emotionally connected to the Eternal Sunshine album, and she's playing just a few tracks off the Positions album, which is still to this day my favorite. I don't know if I'm going to cry or not, but in case I do, I got these cute little Kleenexes from that one Chinese day in my life vlog. Thank God I went to go renew my visa at the little Chinese tourist store, and they had these mini little things, facial tissue, so I'll pack that in. I'm bringing a clear bag. This is the Coach. It's literally called the Stadium bag, which clutch, girl, very clutch. I have seen so many videos of any night during the tour of Ariana Grande, you like walk around the stadium. I've seen people walk around the stadium, and then there's like 50 little teeny tiny black bags outside, because apparently she has a clear bag policy, which makes sense, girl. After Manchester, if you don't remember, in like 2019, I think it was, someone wore a bomb to one of her concerts and killed some of her concert goers. So I don't know if the clear bag policy is like strictly to Ariana Grande or if it's for the stadiums, because like the bigger ones, like the Brooklyn Barclays Center and then like the Kia Forum in Los Angeles, I know those are really big venues, and I think those venues themselves have a clear bag policy. I'm going to Chicago at the United Center, and they don't necessarily have that policy for their stadium arena, but we're not going to take any chances, girl, because my little teeny tiny black bag that I usually bring to concerts is a Cuckoo Chanel, and I'm not leaving a Cuckoo Chanel out on the streets for someone to take. So I ordered this little Coach bag. I think she's so cute. I could use her for ongoing things too. I like how when you zip her up, she's got a little, let me show you this thing right here. It's got this thing, but then you can go here. So then it like locks in place, and I'm like, that's, oh my gosh, look, there's still the sticker on it. You know how I am with the stickers, girl. Usually I would leave this on for about another 1.5 years before I peel it off, but we are, what is that, like passing a new phase in our life where it's okay to take off the stickers when you notice them. But I thought that was so cute. I didn't even notice that part. And it comes in different colors too. I got it in black just because my outfit's in black, and I feel like going out at nighttime and stuff, like black suits me the best, but it comes in a really cute ivory and a really cute red too. So Coach Stadium bag. She has her little, you know, her little soft, cute moment, but then she also has her crossbody strap, and I'm debating because I don't know if I want this all up in my armpit, you know, when I'm going to be at the concert. I think I would much rather prefer the crossbody strap so that I could just, you know, have it hanging, and then I can, you know, be a little bit more free at the concert. This is the very first thing I'm packing because, yeah, we're not taking any chances if it happens to be a clear bag policy. And now, you know, Coach makes a really cute clear bag. It was $150. Of course, you can get some stuff on Amazon, but it's quality, baby. It's quality. And it's cute. And I can't remember the last time I had a Coach bag. I think I was like in the 6th grade. Let's try on the concert day outfit. It's kind of nice that I'm just going for this quick little trip because I'm going to wear my airport fit Sunday night, get there, put on some pajamas, not leave, stay in my room, hang out, chill. And then Monday, I just wear one outfit. The outfit that I wear, I'm going to go get my hair done, go to Omakase, go to the concert. And then Tuesday, I could just wear essentially the same airport fit, new socks, new underwear, and like maybe a new tank top or something. So clutch. But let's try on the one-day fit because, again, I don't want any last-minute conundrums coming up for me, especially if I'm supposed to get my period. Girl, down to the compression socks, I had to try everything on. I think I'll just have my Carnelian Van Clisel. I'll just wear it to the airport and have that little pop of red, plus the red kind of matches her like Eternal Sunshine red. How am I supposed to show you the rest of this fit? Okay, found the crossbody bag. This is just like a little, I don't even know what you'll call this thing, but it's a slip for dance class that I usually wear to like keep me warm during warm-ups, but I figured that a concert venue might be chilly. Sitting down at Omakase might be chilly. This tube top is literally from Athleta from like years ago. This little, I feel like I gotta put you down further for you to be able to see what's going on here. This little, is it a skirt? Is that what it's called? A skirt? I just like, what? It's like, it looks like a skirt, but it's shorts underneath. Do they call that a jort? No. See, my brain is like clinging on for dear life here. A skirt! They call it a skirt. I think I got the skirt from Zara. And then the little boots that I paired it with. God, I hate when people do that. Do you hate when people do that too? Where the people are showing their outfit and they're like, you know, to like show the shoe. I don't know why, but it like ruins it for me because your shoe doesn't, like, you're showing your shoe upside down, you know what I mean? But obviously, like, this isn't much better. I don't know how else to show these boots, girl. These boots were made for walking. That's it, girl. That's all we have for this Friday evening. I'm gonna get ready and go to my dance class. Welcome to the second episode of my Eternal Sun Sign docu-series, mini-series. All right, so went to dance class. Told you, I always feel better after a dance class. I have never left a dance class being like, I don't feel good or I wish I didn't go. I always feel entertained, inspired. It was a little bit different this dance class. The song tonight was like written by her friend. And then it's a guy artist, and then she like invited him to come watch us dance, and he was like sitting on a chair and he had a videographer. His videographer also has the same camera that I have, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I don't know if it was a Pocket 3 or it could have been Pocket 4, Pocket 2, Pocket 1, who knows. But he had a same camera as me, and I didn't realize the whole thing was going to be like filmed, and it was going to be like the girls were like dancing on him on the chair and shit, and it just made me realize how deeply uncomfortable dancing in front of a man can be. And it was nice to have like that camaraderie with the girls sitting next to me. And then I came home, I went on a walk. They were going out to a bar afterwards to like eat and drink and hang out. And it was nice to have girls come up to me like, Kiki, I miss dancing with you. Yes, go Kiki. And it was like, oh my gosh, I'm on like my last limbs here. I feel like I have no energy. And the fact that people are still like, you ate your freestyle up, you're doing so well, da 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 da. And like everyone's in like cute little outfits, and I'm in this like Lynx baggy t-shirt and I have like sweatpants on because I just really was feeling like death reincarnated in the previous clips that you saw. And I think it was that I was like suppressing so much of my emotions that it was like literally draining the life force out of my brain. Because when I came home and I went on a walk, the sunset was beautiful. It was 65 degrees, which is just like chef's kiss. It was gorgeous. And I noticed these new plants and I went on a new trail. And then the emotions hit me and I just like sat outside this huge tree that I feel like has been around for like at least 100 years, you know, because you can tell like how old a tree is by how big the trunk is. And I like can't even wrap my arms around the base of this tree. So I often think about like how this tree has seen so many iterations of life around it, and I am just like a new face to it. And so sometimes I talk to this tree because I have no one else to talk to. Sometimes we'd be chatting here or go, but some of my more emotional talks I just sit. And the sunset was so pretty. It was like orange, pink, purple, blue, just this beautiful golden sunset. And I was like, oh wait, I feel like I gotta update you because the first part, last video of like my Eternal Sunshine series is like me talking about wanting to and trying to erase the memories that I had and all the shame that I carried, and how it kind of just put me into this like dark dissociative hole. And then I went to go see my dad, and it was like the first time where he forgot, like he didn't recognize me. He asked me like, so how's Katie doing? And I said, I think I made a little joke in the last vlog. I said, I'm Katie, I'm she, so. I also thought like, how funny would it be if I pranked him for a split second and was like, she's dead. That's my kind of humor. But what I didn't say is like during the care conference yesterday, I got emotional. Like I was doing so well in the beginning, and then I just started to tear up and dead ass. It was like 4 people, right? It was like 2 nurses, and then like a doctor student and an actual doctor. And one of the guy nurses, when I started crying, literally physically turned his body away from me. And then the other nurse, dead ass, looked me in my eyes and was like, people get old, and this is sometimes what happens when people get old. Like people get sick and people die. And she was almost saying it in a tone, not in like a comfort. I didn't take it as like a comforting tone, kind of like a people, this is what happens.
people get old and people die. So suck it the fuck up and get the fuck over it. Obviously, those last words are my ad-libbing and my implication and what I took away from her tone. And then the other doctor, literally the student doctor, was the one that was like, let me see if I can go get you a Kleenex. And the nurse who said that to me, it just, the energy of her tone was like she was scolding me for showing these emotions. And the nurse literally told her, no, she's fine. Like, imagine someone being like, seeing someone cry and be like, oh, let me go get her a Kleenex, and being like, no, she's fine. Like, you need to get used to this. This is how it goes around here. And then the other doctor was just like, we have a mental health specialist that comes around, you know, once a month, writes the number on a post-it note, and is like, here's the number. And it's like, I don't think I need a mental health specialist. I don't understand why you are all making it seem like I'm some hysterical, unstable, emotionally volatile person going through this experience. I think anyone going through the experience of their dad not recognizing them and their dad being in a situation where he's unable to take care of himself, because they read me his care plan. He's got the full works, babe. I don't know if I told you that part. He's got the meals cooked for him. He needs shower help. He needs dressing help. And he needs toilet help. He needs someone to fucking help him wipe his ass because he forgot. Like, he forgets how to do that. And I'm like, why am I being made to feel like I'm crazy that I'm sobbing over this? I don't understand why these people are making me feel like this. It just feels like a reoccurring theme in my life where people around me make me feel like I'm dramatic, or that I'm too sensitive, or that I can't handle life. And I'm finally at a place where I'm like, no, I just need to be around different people. And it's fine that people have this mentality and people want to tell me to shut the fuck up and get the hell over it. I'm not blaming anyone for their way of thought or how they treat me. How other people treat me is a reflection of themselves and it has nothing to do with me. But it makes me feel like no one in my life gives a fuck about me and nobody cares about what I'm going through. So I literally just sat outside in front of this tree and I just like prayed. I was like, to God, to the universe, to the angels, to the ancestors, to this tree, to this big, beautiful tree that has been here longer than I have and probably will exist longer, you know, past my time. And, like, please take my words and take this prayer and send it to the wind and move it down into the roots and move it around the world and help me move heaven and earth so that I can find people that genuinely care about me the way that I want to be cared for. And I shared in the last vlog how I felt like my friends that I chose didn't care about me. Not necessarily that I get to choose about my... It's not that they don't care about me, because I'm sure they care about me in their own ways, but it's just not cared for me in, one, a way that's reciprocal in the way that I would care for someone else, and two, in a way that actually makes me feel like cherished and valued and cared for. If there is anyone on the other side of this video that feels extremely isolated, that is grieving alone, that is going through things that seem so fucked up in your own life, but it feels and it's presented as no one else around you seems to give a flying shit. Girl, same. And there is nothing to do but to go through. But I'm really feeling the effects of grief, and I'm not shying away from it anymore. I'm not ashamed from it anymore, and I'm sure as hell not gonna let people shame me out of it. If you've seen the new Petal video by Ariana Grande, towards the end of the video, these like judges, or what would you call those people? She's like, in the music video, she's like auditioning for a role, so the, what would you call those, like casting people are telling her like, too boring, too provocative, too bland, too much personality, whatever. They say all this stuff. And then at the end, she takes a chainsaw and she just like, cuts all of their heads off. And the fact that yesterday I was sitting across from 4 people and I just saw the music video this morning and I'm like, in my head, I want to chainsaw all of those people. Except for that one student nurse, but the one student nurse that was like, let me see if I can get you a Kleenex. But then she stayed seating when the other nurse was like, no, she's fine. Like, she needs to get used to it. This is how things go. Part of me wishes that nurse would have been like, are you all just like fucking stoic zombies? Like, she's clearly not fine and she could benefit from a Kleenex. I'm going to get her a fucking Kleenex. Why don't you people have any fucking empathy? What is wrong with you all? And the fact that Ariana's new album, Kiss Me, starts off with saying like society is in ruins and it needs remedy and the remedy could be empathy. I'm like, girl, her lyrics, her lyricism, her storytelling, her music, her voice is just aligning. Like me and AG are on that same frequency, girl. Completely different lives, but in the same vein. In your emotions, if someone's trying to shame you for your emotions, if somebody went through exactly what you went through, they would be feeling the exact same way. And what if your emotions are the perfect, healthy response because of every little thing that you've went through in your life? Like me sitting across from those people, they don't know the history with my dad. They don't know that over the past 12 years, I've been through this just fucked up roller coaster with bits of like psychological, emotional, and physical abuse weaved throughout it. And so had they known that, they would see that my response in just shedding a couple of tears in front of them is perfectly healthy. And it's so fucking normal. But they don't know that. And so for your emotions that you're feeling, and if anybody makes you feel any type of way about them, just plant the seed in the back of your mind that it's so normal and it's so healthy for you to be feeling the way that you're feeling in however way you choose to express it. Because every little thing you've been through in your life just perfectly adds up to that equation and that expression of emotion. And I feel like that is also part of the eternal sunshine message, where like if you pluck out certain memories and you forget certain things in your life, then you would have a different outcome. You would be a different person. And the whole unique individualization part of it is that all these moments add up for you, just for you. And I just wish someone would have told me a long time ago that the way you choose to express your emotions and the emotions that you are feeling are so healthy and so fucking normal for the context of your life. Because normal is actually subjective. You would say things are common, and that's a more of an objective experience or an effect. But normal can and is completely subjective. Praise be the wisdom that comes through this mouth sometimes. I'll see you all tomorrow. See, and then there's a part of me that's like, do you hate me because I just expressed my emotions? And it's like, okay, if you do, there are some people that might hate this. There are some people that might watch a 26-year-old woman cry on the internet and be like, she's such a loser, she should go kill herself, da 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 da, name it. And I'm sure it's out there on the internet. And also just being like, okay, well, if there are people that hate me for this, or there are people that judge me or whatever, then those just aren't my people. And let's even out the playing field. If there are people that are telling me to kill myself for this, me just completely making up scenarios on my own because I'm such an overthinker and over analyzing trauma response. But let's even out the playing field and let's just pretend that there are people that are like, oh my god, I'm feeling the same thing. Oh my god, I've been so alone. Thank you so much for sharing this. Or, oh my god, your nugget of wisdom. I haven't heard something like that before and it's really inspiring. There we go. Mama needs to go to bed now.
It's a new day. It's a new dawn. I'm in a new place. I woke up
puffy as shit. My eyes look like my grandma's eyes. A little slit. Oh my god, my grandma got a black eye from falling off the bed. She claims that it doesn't hurt, and I'm like, okay, badass. Packing. Today is a packing day. I washed my bed sheets. I did all the laundry so that I have no laundry to do when I come home. Clean clothes, clean sheets, all of that good stuff. Continued to sob a lot more last night, and that's why I woke up so puffy. But here we are, a little bit depuffed. It's like the next evening. I had a full day. My mom and my grandma came back last night from their Euro summers. They were summering in Euro. And my mom came over and we got pho for lunch, my breakfast / lunch. And then we went to that salmon place that I like going to on the lake for dinner. So that was quite nice. And now I have a fuck ton of shit to pack. But let's just get it all packed today. And then tomorrow I leave. And tomorrow I'm going to go do yoga at noon, which is going to be helpful as fuck because it's the yin yoga stretching. Release tension in your body. And a good stretch before getting on a plane. Are you shitting me? The plane is only like an hour and a half too. So it's super cute, super easy, sweet. Which I'm like, this is fantastic. An hour and a half flight. A 3 little day mini trip. It's only like 1 full day. Get there Sunday night. Concert Monday. Okay, I canceled my hair appointment for Monday because I was like, I feel like hair appointment omakase concert is too much. I was going to be out the hotel from like 2:30 until like 11:30, and I'm like, that's just doing too much. So I canceled the hair appointment, but I decided to go through with the omakase. It's kind of similar to Kinmei, my last omakase video, where it's just like a 10 people seating situation, and I'm fucking up the 10 people thing because I'm like, it's going to be me and 4 other couples. So it is what it is. But let's get into packing. I figured I'd show you what I pack and we can update some stuff. I also watched some of the footage last night of the outfit that I tried on, and that's not going to work because the blacks were all 3 different blacks. And also, if I'm going to be sitting at a 2-hour dinner, my knees are going to get cold. I'm old, okay? I got to start I'm not that old, but I'm 26. I got to start protecting my joints, especially if I'm like about to get my period soon. It's the time where I feel like I need to keep my feet the most warm, my knees warm, everything warm. So, well, I'll show you that later. One thing at a time. Okay, I'm packing this toothbrush. It's really nice if you get this toothbrush. It's the Oral-B IO toothbrush. It at the Costco, you get a black one and a white one, and then you can use one at home, and you could always take one travel to go. So we're gonna take this one to go. Oh gosh. Looking at like all the things that I have laid out to travel sort of kind of gives me anxiety, and like the thought to pack, I sat for like 45 minutes on TikTok and installed this because I don't know, it makes me really anxious to pack. Like it sort of kind of makes me anxious to leave my house. Well, I don't get as anxious to leave my house in the local vicinity anymore. But I guess I'm still an anxious traveler. What can you do? Okay, so this is my little bathe shower bag. I love this little toiletry bag because it has a little hook, so you can typically hook it in they have bathroom shower hangers. So I usually keep this stocked with the same stuff. The side has a little hair compartment for my hair ties, a scrunchie, a headband, dry shampoo, and a little hair oil. I'm actually going to replace this dry shampoo with this spray one that I have. Uno momento. I'm actually replacing that dry shampoo with this one because this is the same dry shampoo, but it's in a liquid form. It's like liquid powder, you shake it, and then dry shampoo, but this one has a smell to it. So I feel like if you're traveling, because I remember last time I was traveling from San Diego and I went to go get my brows and lashes done, and I don't know if the lady didn't wipe the table or if she was the stinky one, but I left with my hair smelling like hot, sweaty sauna hair after that appointment, and it lasted when I was on the plane, and I was like, this sucks for whoever's going to sit in the seat after me, and I wish I had this, so I'm going to put this in a mini pony because I'd be rocking these braids after I washed my hair recently, and then I have a teeny tiny crown hair oil in there. This is a travel friendly mini soap condom. My brain is still not fully functioning, so I don't know how else to describe it, but it's basically a silicone topper. The label is not what it says it is. Like I said, don't come to my house opening things and spraying things because I'm always like matching
labels and stuff, but this is the Date Lush Scrub. I feel like this does really well for my piranhas. Which reminds me, I need to grab a Ziploc bag to put my African nut sponge in. We're just gonna see, put this condom on her so then she won't spill. Looks familiar? Okay, sometimes I don't even know what I have in here. And then I feel like it's so important to travel with a little nail kit, because you never know when you gotta clip a nail, file a nail, cut some shit. So if you can get your hands, as you can tell, I've had this literally since like my early dance days, when I was like 10 years old and dancing. So I've had this for a good 16 years, and you can tell. But I always travel with her because it's great to have one of these. Girl, if you haven't been put onto the African net sponge game, you've got to get on it. Of course, I got on it through TikTok. I use this instead of a loofah. It comes in a cute little 4-pack, 8-pack, whatever, on TikTok, straight from the motherland, Nigeria. Oh no, I guess they say the motherland is actually Ethiopia. Have you heard that? We all come from a woman in Ethiopia, from Ethiopia. I don't know what kind of theory that is, but it's out on TikTok. They have these African net sponges that are originated in Nigeria. Maybe they come from other parts of the world, but I just know the Nigerian African net sponge is the authentic one. You put your soap on this, you scrub. It's a good exfoliator, and then apparently it's more like antibacterial than a loofah. I don't know, could be true, could not be true, but I've been using them for the past like 2 years now, and I like them. Plus, they come in like a lot of cute colors. What I really appreciate of the African net sponge instead of like a loofah, because you know a loofah is like typically balled up like this. I'm not that flexible, you know, like I'm working on it. I've been going to yoga and I try to stretch, but this, look at this. It's really good for the back. And then we're bringing my Owala bottle. It's a good spill-proof little shebang. You know, the little trick on the plane, you want to like equalize the pressure and do a little shh, like open it a little bit and then close it back up and then open it, or else water will splash back at you if you just open all the way. I like getting on the plane and I'll just hand them my bottle and I'll say, can you fill it up with half hot water, half room temperature water, and then it's wen shui all the way. I forgot to talk about ear protection. It doesn't even matter if you're getting old or not. It's just like ear protection is great. These ones come on a little keychain. So I remember there was a time where I was like a peak raver. I did go through a rave phase post college, and I would just clip these on my keys because you never knew throughout the day or at the weekend. It would be at random times. Friends would hit me up and be like, hey, I have an extra ticket. Let's go to a show. And it's like, all right, I'm working on my startup in downtown Minneapolis and the rave is 12 minutes away. Let's fucking go. So I'd always carry these on me. I've had them for a while. They're tried and true. You can hear music really clearly and your ears will not bug you. I didn't use ear protection until the Armory, which is like my favorite venue here in Minneapolis. They updated their sound system. So it's crisp, it's clear, it's loud, it's buzzing, it's banging. And I went to the Steve Aoki rave, unplanned, as all my shows at that time were. And I couldn't go to sleep that night because my ears were ringing so bad that it hurt. And then the day after that, purchased ear protection, have had these ever since. They're fabulous. So going to put them in here so that I have them for the concert. You see how all this stuff out could give the AAA clean freak anxiety and just make me super uncomfortable and anxious. Too much stuff spread out like this just doesn't make me okay. I have this like teeny tiny Rimowa suitcase. I see so many people shit on Rimowa suitcases. And to be honest with you, probably rightfully so if you're checking in your Rimowa bag. That's the only time I've seen people say that they have problems with their Rimowa suitcases is when they use the big checked ones. And I can't even imagine what a big checked one is because this teeny tiny one, this is like smaller than the Bays carry-on. And this was like $700. I got my compression socks, my underwear. The outfit that I'm going to wear instead of whatever I tried on yesterday is this Alexander Wang dress I got in Soho, New York. I had just like randomly walked past the Alexander Wang store and I saw these platform sandals that I actually really liked. but they didn't have my size. And then I saw this dress, and it's super stretchy. It's fit me when I was 120 pounds and I looked good in snatching it, and it's fit me when I've been recently 160 pounds and I still look good in snatching it. So this is my tried and true. And then I pair it with a little aloe, just cardigan, super light. I wore this in my omakase video. I wore this in my Michelin dinner video. Like, she is that girl. Oh my God, girl. Do you want to see this updated ID photo? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Like, I feel like they printed me 50 shades darker than I really am. And I know there was flash in the thing when they took my photo. So I don't know why I seem so dark in this photo. It was wild. I got it in the mail. They said it was going to take 3 to 4 weeks, but I feel like I got it like the next week, 2 weeks max maybe, which is kind of nice. But God damn, they printed me dark as hell. I'm like, people gonna recognize me? This is me? The face card still eats though. And then I have this travel. You can use it as a pillow, but if you unzip it, it's a whole ass blanket in here. Cause yeah, I get on these planes, even though it's only an hour, hour and a half, like my knees get cold. Sometimes it's nice just to have this behind my back too. And then my back hurts. So it is really nice to have this. Again, got this off Amazon. And then you just do like this. Look! Or you could put her like this, so then she falls off here. So then you can put your thing here, drop this. Maybe one more. Look! And then you can just hold everything and walk through the airport. I have these little baskets that I got from Quince. I love these baskets. And they have all my travel stuff, and I've just been keeping all my travel stuff in here. But I did want to put you on to these like disposable little, you know, slippers. If you go to like nice hotels, they usually give you slippers. So I didn't pack a pair of these slippers because I'm pretty sure Nobu has slippers. If Nobu Chicago doesn't have a motherfucking slipper, these disposable slippers, you can buy a pack of like 12 or whatever on Amazon. And then if you stay at like Airbnbs, or you stay at hotels that don't have slippers and you prefer a little slip, a little purr. I don't want to go. Okay. It's going to be so much fun. I've always wanted to see Ariana Grande. I'm going to have a safe trip. And the caveat is, at any point in time, it doesn't matter what kind of day, what kind of hour, whatever, I can always leave. See how that makes me feel so much better? Girl, if you freak out about shit, freak out. Like, have your freak out. People say get your freak on, but like let your freak out in terms of like panic. For me, it's been so helpful to give myself the choice. People that have been through extremely, I can't find a better word than like traumatizing life events. It is so essential, because when you go through trauma events, there are certain phases in your life where like you feel like you don't have a choice to do something. And so when you are giving yourself the choice and like this safety net, it instantly makes me feel so relieved. So something that I always tell myself, because like I get nervous, I get scared. I think it just played out like 30 seconds ago where I was like, I don't want to go. Is just to remind myself, at any point in time, I get to leave. I can show up to the airport and I can leave. I can show up to the airport and I can go through TSA and I can leave. I can go to the gate and I can leave. I mean, there is a point once they close the plane doors where it's like, all right, you can't leave right now. But the second I touch down, I could leave. I could be in the middle of my omakase dinner and I could leave. I could be in the middle of the concert and I could leave. Girl, please, once I get to the concert, I'm going to be, but just giving, like, just lay out the choices for yourself. At any point in time, it's reinforcing your free will and just honing back in on your power to be like, at any point in time, it doesn't matter who I'm talking to. I could be in the middle of a conversation with someone and I could leave if I needed to. And just giving myself that reassurance that I have choices, I have free will, I have power, I have money, I can leave whenever, wherever, whatever, however the situation is. And that just makes me feel so much better. And usually just giving myself that backup and that reaffirmation of choices is more than enough. I don't usually end up taking the choice to like leave in the middle of something, but just to have it. It's like a nice, comforting, warm blanket. That's like, all right, yeah. Okay, I can do this thing knowing that I have the choice at any point in time. I can leave and I can come home. Oh, it's so hard to leave the $1 million McMansion. Like, I'm gonna leave my towel warm. See you tomorrow at tacos. I'm gonna go put this all up by the front door. We packed. Yay! And we're getting tacos. Look at our black eye. Oh, thank you so much. 你喜欢你的 taco 吗? She likes. I'm getting the exact same thing I got last time. And by last time, I mean 2 days ago. Didn't get their churros last time because I'm one person, but now that we're 3, wouldn't get these again. I'm in the old dingy part of the airport. I'm in gate B. Usually I'm flexing, I'm impressed, I'm super excited to show you the airport. This is the airport of what the Minneapolis airport used to look like in the early 2000s. So my gate just happens to be in B, which like when you first enter the airport it's like E and F, and then G is the new wing that's like super luxurious and super nice. And then you go down towards C. Halfway through C, you can see the transition in the airport. I don't know if they're going to continue construction down in this wing for A, B, and C, half of C, to get it new and upgraded. Nonetheless, I'm at my gate, had some anxiety, cried, had some tacos like you just saw with my grandma and her black eye. Oh my gosh. Crazy, 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 crazy. And now we are on our way to Chicago. This is where I'm going to end the vlog because she's nice and long and juicy in this episode. I owned my grief, still pedaling through it, and I will see you in the next vlog when we are in Chicago. See you in a couple of days, even though it's tomorrow for me, but with the posting schedule being Tuesday and Thursday. I will see you in a couple of days. Own your truth, own your story, own your shame, because whether or not people like your truth, love your truth, or hate your truth, that's gonna have no effect on your truth. And just like in the Petal music video, she pulls out like a little fortune cookie and the fortune says, you bloom wherever you are planted. So if you're planted in your truth, you got strong roots, mama, because that's a stable force in your life. And that's what I'm trying to do. With the lack of stability in my life right now, I'm gonna ground myself and plant myself in my truth, and we shall bloom from there together. See you in the next one. Thanks for hanging out and blooming and pedaling and connecting with me. And yeah, we'll see you in Chicago and we go see Ariana Grande. Take care. Bye.